Master Chu and the Drunkard Hu. We're several down and over 100 to go. Let's once again go back to the past and check out episode 9 of the Angry Nintendo Nerd, since changed to the Angry Video Game Nerd, with Master Chu and the Drunkard Hu. James kicks us off with his first special guest and fan favorite, Shit Pickle. To be honest, I have no fucking idea what the reason was behind this. I wasn't an AVGN original, so going back to some of these earlier episodes can be befuddling to say the least. Side note, I first found AVGN through watching the Irate Gamer review of TMNT, which I actually found hilarious at the time. It's hard to go back and not cringe, but hey, for the time, it seemed a lot funnier. Anyway, the Shit Pickle thing is just a cartoon pickle that says Shit Pickle throughout the entire review. I guess in hindsight, it's probably the first skit that James included in one of his videos, which ended up leading to the AVGN we later loved. So what does AVGN have to say about Master Chu and the Drunkard Hu on Nintendo? He overviews the story of the game and dives right in. A quote that I'm pretty fond of is said right away. There's really only one reason to buy this game, and that's to be able to say that I own Master Chu and the Drunkard Hu, so people can awkwardly stare at you. It's low-key hilarious. He rightfully complains about the bad control schemes, such as using up to jump, as a joke that the programmers played to make the player feel drunk. The music sucks, the levels are repetitive, and that it's more fun taking a shit than playing this game. He actually completes the game and remarks on the terrible end screen before calling the game a piece of shit. Short and sweet. So how bad is Master Chu and the Drunkard Hu actually? Well, it sucks. Right off the bat, I'll give it a little credit. The graphics aren't that bad and the music is generic, but I've heard worse. It's just one continuous loop, but it's not like it's as irritating as rocking Bullwinkle. The gameplay though is awful. There are 9 rounds in all. In order to progress to the next round, you need to find all 8 yin-yang emblems hidden throughout each round. After finding all the emblems, you fight a boss. Sounds simple enough, but let me tell you, it's a pain in the ass. Finding the yin-yang is obnoxious. In order to find them, you need to randomly spam the attack button on every inch of every level and pray that you hit one. You might as well just call this Mylon's Secret Castle 2. There are some power-ups that you can find that give you a sort of spread shot or invincibility. But let me tell you, it's almost impossible to keep the spread shot for more than a few seconds. Almost everything on the screen damages you, and a lot of things are too fast to reasonably dodge. You really want to keep the spread shot for as long as possible, just to have a better chance at finding the yin-yang symbols. There is a second attack option, and it's waving a little fan around, but honestly I never once found a real use for it, so I pretend like the option doesn't exist. This game also has one of my biggest pet peeves in respawning enemies. Sometimes you need to backtrack to find symbols that you missed, only to find that every enemy is returned and now they're even more predictable than ever. It's a real bitch. The boss battles are a joke. They all have the same pattern, and you use the exact same strategy to beat all of them. You just stand on whatever platform is there, wait until they jump past you, and hit them with a few shots before repeating the process. There really isn't much else to mention, so in closing, this is a $50 piece of shit, and I agree with AVGN on Master Chu and the Drunkard Hu. It's bad, it's shallow, and in reality, you just spend minutes on end shooting everywhere to try to find the invisible yin-yang symbols. It's not fun. This one gets 1.5 out of 5 stars for me.